Weekend, everyone. I haven't made a live feed for quite some time, been super busy. Today's topic, are Uber and Lyft in negotiations with California drivers to try and settle this $1.3 billion wage theft that took place 2016 to 2020? Now, a lot of drivers ask, hey, can I still join in? And how do I join in? How do I get a part of the pie? You know what, back then we made tons of videos. I know Rideshare Drivers United educated California drivers north to south how to file these papers, how to get involved, how to get your paperwork in. So I'm quite surprised that some California drivers now, say, hey, how do I get involved? I was driving from 2016 to 2020. But it's the bigger picture that's more disturbing. So far, we've only had 2 states investigate. We've only had 2 states investigate this wage theft. New York brought a massive lawsuit, got a massive settlement through the Attorney General, and at least in California, as I hear, there are some negotiations taking place. And Paolo Oliveira says, send the CEO to jail. You know what? If you're engaging in wage theft, which is a serious crime, it's a crime. I don't understand why the CEOs get immunity. Why do they get immunity? Why are people like Dara Khosrowshahi, Tony Zhu, etc., still walking around and not in jail after wage theft, after stealing tips? Why does the government give these individual people passes? I mean, they're the captain of the ship. If they're involved in $300 million plus wage theft in New York or $1.3 billion wage theft in California, surely that should qualify for prison, right? That's a lot of money. That's almost $2 billion in 2 states alone. But the question that I have, again, that's why I'm putting this badge up. Why are we not investigating all 48 other states, Hawaii, Texas, Florida? Surely wage theft did not take place in 2 states only. Surely this is a national thing. And if it's a national thing, surely it must be an international thing. So what about all the other countries? What about all the other countries? Are the other countries bringing wage theft claims? I don't see them. So Surf, Sun and Sand, I like that handle, says they've been keeping our tips. I welcome David, I welcome everybody is here. And I want to give a shout out to Nick Kepler from the New York Times. If you Google Uber News, you will see an article from the New York Times today that I helped him put together. I brought him several drivers that had real stories about deactivations. He interviewed them. They're all in the article in the New York Times. And then I appreciated Nick that you gave Gig Rocket and Activation Hero a great shout out in the New York Times article. So I always thank these people afterwards, because they're working with us drivers or us gig workers to get the stories out there, just like us YouTubers are getting information. We're researching our own information, we're getting information from you, and we're bringing these stories out. And if you do go onto Google and you put in Uber and Lyft news, the biggest story in the last 72 hours has been wage theft. And that is serious. I mean, wage theft can happen on numerous levels, right? I mean, it could be for overtime not paid out. It could be for minimum wage violations. It could be for rest breaks not paid out. You know, you're entitled to rest breaks. But all of this took place between 2016 and 2019. And 2016 and 2020. And the bigger picture is how many billions, or maybe tens of billions, do they owe in wage theft for all US states, for all countries, for South America, for Canada, for Europe? Surely this is not just a California and New York thing. Now, New York and California aggressively went after the gig companies for wage theft. I'm still waiting for Florida, Texas, and all the other states to follow suit. Mark Sada says, how do we get involved? I mean, you could possibly get involved if you are in another state except for California and New York. I mean, New York already has had the payout, and California, you already had the chance to join in on the wage theft suit. So you're probably a couple of years too late. But nothing stops you from rallying hundreds or thousands of drivers and attorneys and legislators and getting another wage theft claim going for any of the other states. And reaching out to Attorney General saying, hey, Attorney General, why are you not investigating this? California is bringing a claim. New York settled a big claim. What are you doing about wage theft? Have you investigated it? That's the big thing, you know. Have these other Attorney Generals got their investigators on the case? I mean, they can ask the tough questions. They can demand to see paperwork from any of those companies. Why aren't they? Where are the new rideshare companies that are better? Well, there's not really many rideshare companies out there driver and rider following. There's a lot of little startups and a lot of smaller co-ops out there as alternatives, paying better. Via was great in Chicago. What happened to Via? I heard that InDrive shut down in Miami. Yeah, the CEOs should be in jail. I 100% agree with that. Aslam Nelson says, hi, sir, are your services available in South Africa? Yeah, we do it worldwide. Kevin Hawthorne's in the house. Lakeland, Florida, shout out. Queen Nadra, what do you think about cheap rates?
In 1 mile, merge onto I-710 north toward Pasadena.
Uber Eats, I mean, how do you still make money in Uber Eats? I'm just going to switch off my navigation quickly because it's going to interfere. We're back, there we are. I just had to switch my navigation off, it was running in the background. So welcome you all. And if you are a New York driver, did you get a part of that wage theft settlement? In California, they're busy negotiating. The word is $1.3 billion. I heard that Rideshare Drivers United have been like bulldogs. Their CEO, Nicole Moore, she's on them. She's been fighting them for years. Are you part of that? Are you hoping that money will come? I certainly filed my claim way back 4 or 5 years ago, and I helped a lot of drivers get their claims through smaller law firms. So a lot of money has already been paid out. My question is, You know, what's happening with Massachusetts? What's happening with Texas? What type of settlements are we seeing there? We got W2 part-time gig workers in the house. What about Vegas? I was in Vegas briefly, actually way too short, only for an hour and a half, so, and then I flew back out again, and that was a few weeks ago. I do plan on coming back within the next 2 months. I am going to be all over Europe in June and July, so hopefully I can speak to some European drivers in different countries. I'm going to be in England, I'm going to be in Germany, I'm going to be in Italy, so hopefully I can speak to some rideshare and food delivery drivers while out there. Or we'll also be heading out to Mexico in the next few weeks. So I always enjoy interviewing drivers from different countries. I want to sort of know what's going on. Is it just us here in the United States that are experiencing this pathetic treatment by Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Uber Eats, or is this a worldwide phenomenon? It seems like a worldwide phenomenon, really. It seems like there's poor treatment across the board towards all rideshare drivers and all food delivery drivers worldwide. And it's not just Uber and Lyft. We can't just always keep on pointing fingers at Uber and Lyft. It's Bolt, it's DoorDash, it's Uber Eats, it's Grubhub, it's Amazon Flex. I mean, all the drivers are experiencing the same story. So these are not just isolated incidents where we can like point fingers at Uber and Lyft. No, it's everywhere. Happy weekend, everyone. It's Saturday. Leave me a comment. What are you up to? Are you working? Are you going to chill? Are the unicorns out there? Are you still cherry picking? To let this FedEx truck shot in front of me last second, so I've got to keep an eye on the road. New Jersey, they're offering $3.50 for a trip. It's pathetic. I don't know what they do. They think that they don't need the veterans anymore, and they don't need, is it just like third-party accounts now that are just doing all the trash trips? What are they counting on? They're definitely not definitely don't have any appealing offers out there. It's all just bottom of the barrel trash. So I hope to bring a video later, maybe another live feed later this afternoon. I am going to be in the area of Malibu and Pacific Palisades that burnt down. There are a few houses that survived. One of them was my client. Because it's all locked down, you can't get in there. So I'm getting a special pass to drive in there and have a private trip. So I hope to get some footage. I hope to get some footage and share it with you. So, good question. Lovely says, what is the success rate with deactivations? There's two percentages you have to look at, and the one is shocking. So if you're going the regular route, if you are doing it through the app, a reactivation, you're filing an appeal, and they have a review team, and they usually tell you, oh, we will get back to you in 72 to 96 hours. BS, doesn't happen. Some people wait for months, some people wait for weeks. But dealing with the review team, you have a 3.7% chance. 3.7% chance of being reactivated. That's very low. Going through a company where their legal department gets approached by a paralegal or by an attorney, we can bring that percentage up to 75%, because it's legal people dealing with their legal people. It's a whole different. So the answer is 75% if you go through a paralegal or attorney, or 3.7% chance if you want to do it yourself, which is quite a big difference. I just dropped in Long Beach, bought some parts in that, and brought some parts down for my vet Stingray, 75 Stingray. Just took delivery of my 57 Cadillac. I'll make a video later. And I am heading now to Malibu to pick up a private client. So with the PCH and with all the fires and the roads shut down, I'm looking at about 2 hours from Long Beach to Malibu. So I'll go as long as I can. $65 people in the house. Hit the thumbs up. What am I trying to achieve with this video? I really want to get more movements going. I mean, we've had movement in New York and California to go after hundreds of millions of dollars in wage theft. California, they're talking about $1.3 billion. The other states pursuing this. Go after the dollars, the stolen dollars. But you know, the more that I'm following Rideshare, it really looks like the companies are trying to get to relationships with autonomous vehicles as soon as possible. I mean, all their focus seems to be on AV. So our time on the platform is limited. You guys can take a guess. Thinking about 4 or 5 years, trying to be rather optimistic. Could be short, could be longer. What do you think? Marcel said Uber did not do anything. Did not do anything about what? Oh, Uber allowed a customer to tip me 2 cents. That's pathetic. Yeah, you'd think that Uber, right? The customer's trying to tip you 2 cents and they're doing absolutely nothing. They're allowing the 2 cents to go through. I mean, that's a cheap ass is just trying to stick it to you. Or let's say you take you're getting paid $9.98 and then they tip you 2 cents to make it $10. I don't know why Uber allows that. It just anger. Those are the small things that anger drivers. So thank you for sharing. Dutch is in the house. Sounds not like you need wheel bearings. Sounds like you need maybe some medical attention. Boss Destroyer. I have a screenshot for 45-minute trip. I got tipped. I can't still. You got tipped 1 cent. Send me that screenshot. Seriously, who tips 1 cent on $45? Come on, man. I don't know why they do that. Like, why are people doing that? I have. So Bud says, why don't you release these lawyer firms that handle these cases? I don't know where you were a few years ago. If you've been with my channel, they're all the videos out. They're all the names of the law firms. I've mentioned them all. Lichten Riordan, Potter Handy. I mean, I've brought settlements for drivers $35,000, $18,000, $9,000, $5,000. All the video, all the proof is in my channel. So, but I guess you're not following my channel or watching the videos, otherwise you wouldn't be asking that question. What about Vegas says we have 3 years as full-time drivers. That's interesting. So we have a driver. What about Vegas? He says 3 years. We have 3 years. Do you agree with him or do you disagree? Do you think we have more years as a rideshare driver, or do you think that autonomous vehicles are on our doorsteps and will be replaced within the next 3 years? Your feedback. Do you like Major League Baseball? I like the atmosphere of the games. You know, I was at the opening Detroit against Los Angeles Dodgers with my clients. I always get invited by my clients. I love the atmosphere, but it's not a game where. And when I was 16 years old, I went to the New York, the Yankee Stadium in New York with friends, and I enjoyed watching the game. But I've never followed baseball, so there's no team, well, except for Dodgers, of course. I'm in LA, so obviously I'll support the Dodgers, but I don't watch, long story short, I don't watch baseball games on TV. Football, rugby, basketball, soccer, yes. Not baseball. Once in a while I also go to hockey games. Thank you for asking. So, question from What About Vegas? Does a commercial auto insurance policy replace your personal policy, or do we need to keep a personal policy as well? The answer is really how many cars you have. You know, you can have a regular car for everyday use and insure it the basic way, or you could have a regular vehicle plus a commercial vehicle, a limousine, maybe a Suburban or a Cadillac. That would have to be obviously under commercial insurance. So I mean, me personally, I have my personal insurance and my commercial insurance, but for different purposes. Hopefully that answers your question. The big D123. What is the difference between a dishwasher and a baby? The dishwasher doesn't cry when you fill it with a load. You're a funny one, aren't you? Lucky hidden scratch, I got deactivated lifetime. Put fake insurance. Can I do? Well, firstly, I want to give you a word of advice. That is something you don't openly publish, right? You're just admitting what you did. And, you know, that's all the proof right there. Hey, I committed fake insurance. So every scenario you can appeal. The only appeals that I stay away from, or that I do not allow our team of paralegals to do, is if the company tells me, hey, this guy or this girl has had multiple cases of sexual harassment or harassment in general. I stay away from that. But if it's somebody, one person, one individual accusing you of harassment, easy to fight. Even that one with the insurance is easy to fight. Just never attach your name or your handle and admit, sort of plead guilty online. I wouldn't do that. Fritz is in the house. Love your platform, brother. Love you back. Some of these law firms find us, the drivers, Zimmerman and Reed, for one, I have no time for Zimmerman and Reed, and if you go back to some of my videos, I have not been kind and I have not been friendly towards Zimmerman and Reed. I just think they're sold out drivers and settled for way too less. I only back the law firms that got drivers settlements. If you go back, if you do a search in my channel, I've been very anti-Zimmerman and Reed. To me, they're trash attorneys. They sold the drivers out. Daniel Noon is in the house. So I'm driving from, it's a Saturday afternoon. I'm surprised how much traffic there is on the 405. I'm driving from Long Beach to Malibu. It says 2 hours, and that's because the PCH is shut down, still shut down due to the fires. So we have 48 people in the house. Please like and subscribe. Please hit the like button on the video. And you know, my question is, did you participate in any of these wage theft claims? Were you represented by a small law firm? Did you file your own paperwork? A lot of people in California filed their own paperwork directly, sort of cut out the attorneys. I know that Rideshare Drivers United did a phenomenal job representing thousands of drivers. I think about 5,000 claims, if I'm not mistaken. And there's big money on the table. There's big money on the table as far as wage theft goes. The question is, did you get your paperwork in time? Can you still file? Not sure what the statute of limitations are. It may have run out. David's in the house. Hello back. 405 is terrible. Terrible highway. Orlando Milan says, quick question, is Uber Eats doing something about the fake rented borrowed accounts? You know, my take on that is, I think they want to lead us, you know, they want us to believe that they are doing something about it, but are they really doing something against the fake accounts? I don't think so. So here and there they say, oh, you know what, we've been pursuing these fake accounts. They're still there. They're still robbing qualified drivers from their monies. These people will work for peanuts. People are renting accounts. So are they doing something about it? I would say no. They haven't even scratched the surface. That is another thing. You brought a good point up. That's another thing that needs to be investigated. Right? Are the companies actually doing something about the fake accounts? A lot of foreign drivers taking over Phoenix Airport. That complaint I've heard from numerous drivers, I think very well documented in Mike Drop Barbecue, Jeff Watts' channel. He talks about that a lot, about these drivers taking over Phoenix Airport. King's Ray says, how do we know if we have a settlement? Did Uber and Lyft send us notification? No, you think they're going to send you a notification and say, hey, you know what? We may owe you money. That'll never happen. Come on, be real. No, this happened. If you were dialed in, if you were following the news, if you were following multiple YouTubers and myself, this was pushed very heavily between 2016 and 2020, where you had the chance to file your claims. It was discussed everywhere. So some people are coming forward now and say, hey, why did I not know about this? Either you're a newbie and you're driving after 2020, or you were driving from 2016 until 2020, but you were fast asleep and you missed the boat. Troy says these $3 trips, that's where we are. $2 trips, $3 trips, $1.50 deliveries. I mean, you can't make money that way, my friends. You cannot make money that way. And that, if people are coming into the feed now, if you Google Uber News today, it's a great story. I got a great shout out from Nick Kepler from New York Times. He's talking about deactivations, and my companies were mentioned as one of the to-go sources for deactivated drivers. That's gigrocket.com and activationhero.com. So thank you, New York Times, for the shout out. Thank you for putting the pressure on the companies and covering these stories. And then I also brought the editor, the reporter, Nick Kepler, several drivers who were allowed to share their story in the New York Times. So real stories about real deactivation. So thank you for running that story. Thank you for putting the pressure on the companies. Oh, Lucky Hidden Scratcher said I collected $25,000 from Uber. That's good. That's not bad. That's a lot more than some of these little firms like Zimmerman. I saw $500 settlements, $300 settlements. I mean, they were throwing the drivers under the bus. So 25 grand is way more money than a lot of drivers got paid out. Correct. Orlando says, you know, with all the illegal people working and using third-party accounts, it's affecting all that are trying to follow the rules and the process. You're 100% correct. They are the drivers that have the right social security, the right driver's license, all the right credentials, the right vehicles, the right accounts. Everything is fully legal. And all it takes is for a couple of assholes who have illegal accounts that'll mess it up, will screw everything up for all the legitimate drivers. That's the sad part here. And you're 100% correct. 100% correct. Hit the like button, please, if you haven't. Octopus Studio CEO, you don't need to file a claim. Your Attorney General filed a claim for all drivers. Okay, you can go out there. So your statement is half accurate. You can go out and file the claim yourself. It takes a long time. Some of the California drivers that filed a claim 5-6 years ago are now finally in talks for settlements. So you can file a claim yourself. Or, like you said, you can get the Attorney General to file the claim for you. But has the AG of Florida filed the case? No. Has the AG of Texas filed the case? No. Has the AG of Arizona filed the case? No. Has the AG, so what are you waiting for? You're waiting for an Attorney General who's not willing to file the case and hoping, oh, maybe one day he or she will file the case. So unfortunately, your approach will not lead to money. And that I'm saying directly to the Octopus Studio CEO. Right, the hopes and dreams, the only one that delivered for drivers was New York. Letitia James filed, and she got a $320-something million settlement. Nicole Moore of Rideshare Drivers United helped over 5,000 drivers file a claim, and they're at a point where they are negotiating on a $1.3 billion. But you cannot rely on others. It's the number one rule in life. You got to set the wheels in motion. You got to either find the attorney, you got to do the homework, you got to do. Good luck. I'm not sitting around for 4 or 5 years, right? No, it's not true. It's not true what you say, that you are relying on an Attorney General to file a claim for you. That was your statement, and I'm telling you straight up, that is not correct. You got to go out and do the work, and it's tough. That paperwork is tough to file. So You know, if you find a law firm, for example, in Massachusetts, Lyft and Riordan, years ago, well documented in my channel. If you found a good law firm, a good class action law firm, as a Massachusetts driver, you would have partnered with Lyft and Riordan. And I mean, what constitutes wage theft? A lot of things. You know, you can have minimum wage violations and are not even paying minimum wages. So hang on, there's a minimum wage in your state, you're not paying the minimum wage, you owe so and so much money. Or you did not pay for rest breaks. These people drove so and so many hours per week, you didn't factor in any rest break payment. You didn't pay overtime. There's holidays. I mean, there's a lot of ways it accumulates, the dollars accumulate, and it's clear wage theft. Pay the drivers the absolute minimum. Don't even pay the minimum wage. Well, then you have a problem. Okay. Oh, it's good. It's good that you clarified that, Octopus CEO. Oh, 4 or 5. Don't we love it? I'm passing LAX right now. Very, very, very busy March and April. My calendar. I actually even have bookings for 2026. Can you believe it? Private bookings. That's crazy. Bookings for 2026. Highly suggest you become a private driver. Anyone, if you can start recruiting your own private clients, do it. You have a blessed day as well. Appreciate you being here, Orlando. We appreciate you. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your comments. Just want to give you guys an idea of the traffic, both lanes. I'm in the diamond lane right now, but this gives you guys, there's Santa Monica coming up. I'm sort of passing the airport right now, but it looks like 5 lanes of traffic both sides. Horrible! Jesus Christ is Lord. Dominion of God in the house. Shout out to Jesus Christ. Happy weekend, everyone. Write your attorney generals a letter. That's all I can say. I mean, or go on to Twitter, x.com. Find their handles. Why have we not filed wage theft claims in our state? Put it out there. Oh, you're on the 405 at Getty? Oh, wow. So you're about 20 minutes ahead of me. I'm in the 405 and Jefferson Boulevard, 405 and 90 freeway, which you might be passing. You might be going south, or are you going north? That's LA traffic. I'm in the diamond lane and I'm driving 5, 7, 8 miles an hour. No bueno. Nicht gut. Not good. And we got to keep these stories alive. I notice if you go onto Google, you put in Uber News or Lyft News, boy oh boy, this wage theft topic is in the news. And what do they try and do? They try and squash the topic. they bring out news about this shuttle service that they are launching. So every time it's major negative news, every single time, they have a PR team, a public relations team that will push out paid articles to try and squash the story. It's the same as politicians. You drive at night. Rosie Rodriguez drives at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. I drive my car late at night. I sort of drive day and night. Depends on when I get my bookings, my private bookings. So super excited. We're going to be bringing out, my business partner and I, we're going to be launching a worldwide website and app for drivers and other professions. Not going to reveal the name, but I'll keep you posted, and that should be going live in about 60 days time. Put a lot of money into it, a lot of research, a lot of tools. Be a lot of different tools for drivers in there. Nice seeing you as well. Thank you, Daniel. You have a fantastic weekend. Everyone, have a great weekend. Hopefully your family is doing great, your children's doing great, your spouse is doing great. You know, go do something special today. Go and treat your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Go and treat them to something special today. I'm going out for dinner with my lady tonight. Private bookings, let's go, baby. Private bookings all the way. Rosario in the house. Rosario in the house. Private bookings, I love that word. 2% acceptance rate. Yeah. Anybody that has under 10% acceptance rate is a hero in my eyes. 2%. Can anybody beat 2%? That's working, you know. And then you like really looking at everything with a fine-tooth comb, which you have to. If you have a 2% booking acceptance rate, you're doing it the right way, because you're saying 98% of the time you're saying no, because that's not money. You're worth so much more. If you're saying no to 98% of the offers, no, we'll not take it, and then, you know, 2 out of 100, which is the 2% rate, yeah, those qualify. There I can make some money. But on that one, I'm not making money. So to me, anybody with an ultra low acceptance rate is doing something right. You're probably part of the cherry picking master club. And talking about cherry picking master club, my friends from Brazil that I'm going to be pushing very, very soon, club, which is like the master cherry picking app in Brazil, over 50,000 users on the platform. Uber sued them, tried on their app in Brazil. They fought back. They took the case general in the United States. Uber lost the case against them, and now they're launching the same services, the same cherry picking app, plus there's safety features built in, so you can record the rides, film the rides, only on the Android platform for now. And it's under GigU, G-I-G, like gig, and U, like U for uncle, gigu.com. And very soon we go live in the United States, and I'll be pushing that like crazy, because it truly is the best cherry picking app out there. And what really talks to me are the safety tools built in. You know, what's all the money in the world if you don't have safety? If some arsehole carjacks you, if some teenager tries to steal your car, what's up with that? Every single day we have to hear these stories. Every single day. There's carjackings, stabbings, shootings, murders in the rideshare world because companies are not willing to do anything about it. So GigU has phenomenal safety features in the app. So I'm excited to push them. Those are two things I think everyone cares about, right? A, making more money. How do you become a master cherry picker? And B, how can I stay safe on the job? You know, you want to be alive next week. Eh? You want to feed your family. You don't want to end up being carjacked by some little 17-year-old punk. No, thank you. Paul's in the house. Your videos entertain me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for those kind words. Peace. Peace back to the I like the name. Octopus Studio CEO. Peace, brother. Drive safe out there, please. You're on the same roads as I am. Ruben's in the house. Robin's in the house. Robin Wagner. I'm 80 and I don't know why. And that advantage thing is a crap. 100% correct. That's awesome. You're 80 years old and you know that advantage feature, they're trying to sell you on advantage status. Oh, you're a standard driver or you're an advantage driver. It's bullshit. BS. It's like trying to create two classes. Oh, you're not good enough. You're a standard driver. Oh, you qualify. You're an advantage driver. It's BS. Usman Barry's in the house. He agrees. Thank you. Very kind of you, Rosio. Much love. Are you able to see me? Am I frozen? Can somebody give me some feedback, please? That would be great. Am I back? Sorry, I don't know why. Maybe it's Verizon. Thank you. So we're still on the 405, just to give you an idea. We're coming to the 405 and the 10. The Getty is up on the hill there, the Getty Center, both sides, 5 lanes. Lots of cars back. Thank you. I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened, why I was frozen. Everything was moving on my side. So please reach out to your attorney generals, find out who it is. I did make a video with every single attorney general's name, state by state, and how to get hold of them. I put the links there. And you can easily look these people up on Google. You can easily find their handle. They all have a Twitter account or an Uber account. I mean, not an Uber account, but an X account or a Facebook. Reach out to your attorney generals and say, why have you not filed wage theft claims in my state? New York and California. Thank you. Sorry, so Robin said 80%, not 80 years old. Sorry, I thought you said I'm 80 and you were 80 years old, so I apologize. You're on 80%. And you've been doing it for 11 years. So you feel like you're 80. That's a good one. I like that. Good sense of humor. You feel like you're 80 because you've been doing it for 11 years. What about Vegas is back in the house. Rosario said, we just filed Wednesday at LA City Hall. Fantastic. You guys are hardcore. Appreciate you. That's amazing. Great work. Rosario. Great work. They filed it on Wednesday at the LA City Hall. Beautiful. A lot of people there down LA. I couldn't make it to that event. I had private clients. Been doing a lot of SoFi events, a lot of crypto events, a lot of crypto arena events, a lot of majority of them LAX. How many drivers showed up? 100? We have 27 people in the house, 27 likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Not even 100 showed up. That's sad. We are now at Santa Monica Boulevard and Wilshire Boulevard. Has anybody ever been here? Does anybody know this spot? Santa Monica and 405. And here I move over to the side. Why? Because the motorbike drivers are going through the middle. See those guys? They rush down the center of the aisle. Big police chase yesterday in Long Beach. Guy crashed the truck he was stealing and then took off by foot. They got him. 50 is a crowd. 50 is a good crowd. I mean, yeah, you would have hoped for more, but at least 50 drivers showed up. That's good. That's a good gathering. Enough people for the media. Always wanna, if you're 50, you always want to create a tight picture with a lot of faces, so it looks like there's hundreds of people for the media. We are now 405 in Wilshire. Oh, you saw that? You saw that chase? Yeah, it was crazy. And then the guy who stole the truck, I think he knocked one of the cops out, and then they all jumped him. He hit 7 cars in the process with his truck, driving against the traffic through the middle lane. Crazy. Oh, you were watching it live? Wow. Eric is in the house. 2020 Suburban and signing up for Black Lane. Okay, now that just a tip on the 2020 Suburban. I'm going to give you a good tip, right? It's almost out of the range of Uber and Lyft. Almost. Right? Might just qualify for 1 or 2 more years. So the mistake there is, well, the plus is you're going to pick it up for a good price. Probably high mileage. The negative is you're not going to have it on the Uber and Lyft platform for long enough to pick up enough private clients. So you want to be looking at 2023 or newer, just FYI. Now, if you have no intentions of driving for Uber and Lyft, if you have no intentions of driving for Uber and Lyft, and you only want to drive for one of the limo companies like Black Lane, my personal opinion, you're boxing yourself into all the possibilities there are, because you're just relying on this one source called Black Lane, and you're also limiting your income. If you want to learn how to do it the right way, go to gigrocket.com. No, you can't go out and buy a 2020 Suburban and then rely fully on Black Lane. Absolutely not. You got to be building your own private clients, and you got to be registered with a couple of those companies like Black Lane, Empire, and you got to be getting your leads from everywhere. But I wish we would have spoken. I would have discouraged you to get a 2020 Suburban. I would have encouraged you to get a 2023 or a 2024 diesel Suburban. I don't know if you bought a diesel, but the diesel RST or the diesel LT are great cars. They get 27 to 28 miles per gallon on the diesel. Good cars, good engines. But 2020, you're leaving so many possibilities off the table. And you can hit me up privately. You can text me, and I'll gladly share more with you. And then I also encourage you to set up multiple social media channels, right? Make your videos, make videos at high-end restaurants, high-end hotels, Beverly Hills. If you need a trip from this hotel to the airport, make videos everywhere, market yourself. Don't rely, you got this car, you're paying for insurance, you're making your car payments. You cannot just rely on Black Lane. You make a big mistake. So you've got to really put yourself out there and market yourself. Hi, my name's Eric. I drive a Suburban. I offer these services at these locations. Just create a channel, make a lot of videos, make a lot of noise. You're welcome, anytime. So we are now up there, that's the Getty, ladies and gentlemen. Not the Ghetto Center, but the Getty Center. And the Getty Villa, which is down on Pacific Coast Highway, almost burned down. The building didn't burn down, but all the beautiful gardens around it, everything burned down. So I'm heading down to that area later. I want to make a video in Malibu and Pacific Palisades and drive past all those burned buildings. It's going to be sad. Been there 3 times. Just really sad going through there. Old Porsche Targa 911. Those cars have become collector's items. They're very, very, very expensive. They're going up and up and up in value. I'm currently looking for an older 911 Porsche, but they're expensive. Yeah, that's an old 911 Targa. That's a 1981 model. 81 911 Targa. Expensive. Classic. It's a classic. It's a classic. It is. Write your letters to your Attorney General. Write emails. Write them on Twitter. Hey, start investigating wage theft. Wage theft, wage theft, wage theft. "29 people in the house, 28 likes. Hit the like button, please. I'm driving by Skirball, Mulholland Drive right now. Got a Tesla in front of me and I got a Tesla behind me. Lots of Teslas. All right, my friends, amigos, I wish you a happy weekend. Please be safe out there, everyone. Thank you for sharing. Let's get the video circulated and let's try and get those other states going. I want to see other states filing